No, this camera on the GoPro. So, welcome back to Allotment Diaries. Let's start. clearing it the easy way. It really is amazing how much crap ends up at these neglected plots when you take them on. Also, I've been on the waiting list for a while for a second plot. Managed to get it, luckily next to mine, so hopefully 4 or 5 weeks or so this plot will be looking something completely different. So we'll keep moving. Like I say, we're going to compost some of this. We'll go through. I've got a little bucket for the dig off that I can actually riddle it through, so I can take all the rubbishy stuff out. Once we get to that stage. But for now, we need to stack it up. Membrane there. I'm going to pick all these slabs up. So I like wood chip paths. We'll repurpose these either to another plot holder or we'll do something with them. So we'll stack them all up. So there'll be no slabs on this plot. If we get rid of them, we'll just bring a machine down and lift them on with the pallet tines. No big deal. That pipe is running water from them barrels that are in the middle of nowhere. We'll suck it into these ones, so we'll save a bit of water as we go. Looks like there's a lot of steps in it, so I think we're going to move some of this soil about when we change the bucket. That's going to help us out a hell of a lot. I'm going to basically carry that bed on there into here, because that has the pumpkins in for the kids. The rhubarb plants we're going to move further up. So we're just going to get basically a bit of organisation. And I think once we've got rid of this mat off the top, I think we're going to have some nice ground to work with, really. Obviously we are going to cover it and use raised beds. But for where we're going to plant the pumpkins this year, potatoes next year, pumpkins will go over there next year, potatoes will come over here, a bit of a change. So I think we'll be somewhere close once we get all this bloody stuff. This stuff I'm going to put it on a pile up there. I'm going to compost it down, and then eventually we'll either use it in the raised beds to bulk them out, or we'll use it somewhere. But for now, it's going to go up there to be composted. Obviously we will take the plastics out once we get a bit closer up. But for now it's just about getting it. So before we change and put the bucket on, set this grab off, we'll just take the thick of it off, like so. Just hold this bit of 6x2, 5x2, and just use it as a bit of a scrape off. It is a bit small to actually hold the bigger, so it tends to want to come out, but it will do what we want to do with it. So we're going to put the bucket on, which will make it easier, but this will just get rid of the thick of this. At a later date, like I say, we'll go through, pick the pile, and probably put it all in compost bins, and then compost it all down. But we'll do that by hand, obviously, because you're never going to source it out with a digger. But name of the game at the minute is just clear the area, and then we're going to sheet it, and then we're going to raised bed it. Problem is, when the pile gets a bit big, that wood ain't working, so we'll probably just put the bucket on, and then we'll be able to start clearing it properly then. Serious rubbish here. And we'll just go for a quick walk back round the plot so you can see where we are. Obviously we've got it all pretty much cleared, all here. So we've done this with a grab. So we're going to come back in with a bucket. Let's put that up there. And then we'll scrape along the edge. This is going to come out, so we can carry that on. I am putting a big polytunnel up here, frames up there on the left. You can see the metal bars near the shed. We're going to put a massive polytunnel from the sheds there, and it's going to come down here. It does sit over there, so when we start getting it up, might take this out. I'm not sure yet, I'm still undecided, but I think it's got to come out. But at the minute I just want to leave it, but who knows, it'll probably end up out in this video, we'll see. But that's where we are at the minute. We're going to get all this scraped up, put it up all at the top, and then go for it at a later date, compost it, sort it out, just go through nice and steady when we've got 5 minutes more than anything. But for now, that's where we are. I have transferred the water out these barrels, just so I can actually save the water. It's obviously now running on the floor. That's okay. I'll drop it in that one. Fill that up out of the bloody way. Obviously I do want to move these bins, so that's why I want to move these bins. That's why we're going to move all the water, transfer it all over to my bins that are all set up where they go. Apart from that one, I'll have to just retransfer it. They're linked, wheelie bins on that one. I've got 2 there, 2 over there, 2 RBCs, all across there. The 3 bins, they're all linked up. These are the bins, there's 4 here, 2 here, not that little one. And that moves the water. And then we'll move it down the transfer pump, fill these up. Obviously this one's going to be moved. That'll have to be now moved because obviously that's my walkway. But we'll reposition these once we've transferred the water from over there so we can deal with this. And then when we go to deal with this, we'll move the water over there into the beds. Kids will empty them anyway for the plants, so it won't take actually long to get rid of that. So yeah, we've got the bucket on and we're going to crack on, get all that scraped,